My name is Katie Carlson, and the book that I reviewed was Squirrel Inc., A Fable of Leadership Through Storytelling by Stephen Denning. The number one thing I enjoyed about this book was its easy to understand text. I wasn't bogged down by unknown jargon. I enjoyed how the book was laid out. The characters were squirrels that were members of an organization called Squirrel Inc. The main concept that I took away from the book was the ability to use storytelling in organizations. Storytelling can be used to transmit values, create a future, and even share knowledge. The main character, Diana, is an up-and-coming star in her organization. The problem she runs into is that due to her organization being in a decline, she has to package her new ideas to turn the company around and present it to Squirrel Inc. Diana comes to seek the help of a local bartender, who's also the narrator of the book. She tells the bartender, "I'd done all the numbers, and all the rates of return were amazing. I'd put together a presentation, all the right slides. I thought it was straightforward, but they just looked dazed. They're simply not listening. My idea is too strange, too disruptive, too different." The bartender shows Diana that storytelling can be a powerful tool in strategic communication. A story can communicate a new idea quickly, easily, and naturally. Stories for entertainment immerse the listener in the storyteller's story. The idea is to absorb the listeners so completely in the story that they think about nothing else. When you're using storytelling as a tool, it works just the opposite. You're trying to spark a new story in the listener's mind. Denning frames the book in 3 parts. Part 1 gives detailed advice on how to craft and perform a story that can spark transformational change in an organization. This was shown through the 9 steps of storytelling that the bartender shared with Diana in the first couple chapters. Part 2 shows how to deploy 6 other kinds of storytelling of high value in an organizational context. These types of storytelling are portrayed through several members of Squirrel Inc., telling stories about change they'd like to see in the company. Finally, Part 3 illustrates the impact of storytelling on our work and personal lives. The book ends with the bartender and Diana making a long trip to share their story and demonstrate how resilient Diana was in the face of one disappointment after another. This book offers so many ideas on how to use stories to communicate within your organization. The storytelling example that resonated the most for me was how to use storytelling to get individuals to work together, in which 5 steps are outlined to foster a community within an organization. I feel the camaraderie within my organization has significantly declined over the last 2 years. I hear stories of office parties and outings, and a general sense of togetherness. That's not the case nowadays. I feel that I could implement these steps in my organization to gain back the team cohesiveness and culture. I think that everyone could take something away from this book and apply it within their organization.